Hello all, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So hope you are doing well. Now in today's session, I would like to give you the solution for the 50% discount scenario. So this is what is the scenario which I have uploaded 1 week back, and I have expected the solution from your end, but I think no one has shared that. Anyhow, now I would like to give you the solution. So before that, let me give you the scenario again. So those who missed to watch the previous video, they can able to know what exactly the scenario is. So here, let us go through the scenario now. So here the scenario is nothing but the company would like to charge 50% from the customer on the free good material. And this is what is the scenario is not going to be applicable for all the materials. So in this case, I have created 4 scenarios. So now let me give you those scenarios. So if, see, let us take the first scenario here. So if the customer place an order for the material A and the quantity is 10. So here in this case, material B is the free good, and here one quantity of the material B should be determined as the free good. And in this case, the company is giving 100% discount of 100% discount on material B. So this is what is the scenario 1. So yeah, so this is what is scenario 1. And now let me take scenario 2. So here let us take material C as well as D. So if customer place an order for material C worth the quantity of 10, then material D is the free good, and here one quantity has to be get determined as free. But here the condition is whatever the material which is getting determined as the free good, so for which the company would like to charge 50% from the customer. So which literally means that this is not the 100% free good material. So this is what is the 50% free good material. Okay. And I also have given 2 more scenarios which are nothing but E and F as well as X and Y. So here if customer place an order for the material E for the quantity of 10, then F material is the free good, and for which 100% discount has to be applicable. And here in this case, if customer place an order for the material X and Y material is the free good, and for which 50% discount only has to be get applicable. So this is what has to be determined in the sales document. So this is what is the requirement, and now we have to configure it in the SAP. So in order to configure this, I will follow some steps. So hope you will go through all these steps, then you can able to configure it. So now if we would like to configure that, we should have the materials. So the first step is we have to create the required materials. So the step here is creation of a required materials. So here, as we need material A, so I am just creating the materials like this. material underscore A, material underscore B, and C as well as D, and E as well as F, and X as well as Y. So these are all the materials which we have to create in SAP first. So that is the step number 1. So now let us go through creation of the material. See, I will use the transaction MM01 to create the material master. See, here we have to create 8 different materials. So for which I will use this transaction. But if I create the materials now, the length of the video will get extended. So I already have created the materials and I will use them for this scenario. And if you are watching the video at the first time and if you don't know how to create the materials, then you have to refer the creation of the material master video, which is already available in the playlist. So I think the video number is 4 or 5. So you can watch that. Then you can come to know how can you create the materials. So now let me go through the transaction SE16N. And here let me give our table. The table is MARC, nothing but the plant data for the materials. So this is what I am giving in order to show you what exactly the materials which I have already created for this scenario. So now let me give the plant here. Our plant is B100, and now let me execute and see here. These are all the materials. Material A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y. So these are all the materials which I have created for this scenario. So we have completed the step 1 here. So as the process follows with many steps, we have completed the step 1, which is nothing but creation of the materials. So now in the step 2, we have to maintain the prices for these materials. So the step 2 is maintain the prices. So for which we use the transaction VK11. So here we have created 8 different materials, and now we have to maintain the prices for all these materials. So here we use the transaction VK11 to maintain the prices, and here I am giving the condition type as BR00. So this is what is the base price condition type in my pricing procedure. So I am maintaining the prices in this condition type only. So now let me go inside this, and here we have to give all our materials. So here material underscore A. So for which I am giving the price as 100 rupees. And now let me save it. See, while I am saving, the system is displaying this error because the condition record is getting overlapped. What it means is already we have maintained the price for this material. So that is what is valid from 24/9/2022, and this is valid up to this year. So for all these materials, I already have maintained the prices. So need not to maintain again. And if you are doing it at the first time, then you have to maintain the prices for all these materials. Okay. So now we have completed 2 steps. So the step 1 is creation of the materials, and the step 2 is maintaining the prices. So now we have to go through the determination of free good procedure. Free good determination procedure. So this is what is the configuration we should have in the SAP in order to check our scenario. So now let me go through this. I already have configured the free good procedure and now I would like to use that. But if you are doing it at the first time, I just will give you the steps here. In the same way, you can refer the video in our playlist, especially on creation of the free goods. So you can refer that video, then you will come to know how can you configure it. But anyhow, here in this video, I just will tell you the steps. I just will show you the steps, what exactly I have followed. So now, let me go through SPRO and here SAP reference IMG, then sales and distribution, and here basic functions and free goods. So here we are using the first one, which is nothing but condition technique for free goods. So now let me go through the condition tables. So here we have to create the condition tables. So that's what I already have done. And the second step here is maintain access sequence. See, this is what is our access sequence which I have created for our free good determination. And now let me select it and let me go through the accesses. So here I have given the table 501 which consists of the fields, customer as well as the material. So now let me go back from here and let me go through the next step here, which is nothing but maintaining the condition types. So here BFRA, this is what is the condition type, and for which I have given the access sequence as BFRE. So this is what I have given here. So now let me go through the maintaining the pricing procedure. So in this step, I have created one free good pricing procedure, that's nothing but BFRW. And here in which if we go through the control data, here we can see what exactly the condition type which I have given here. So that's what is nothing but BFRE. So now let me go back from here, and here the last step is we have to activate the free good determination. So now let me go through this, and here if we can see how the free good procedure is getting assigned here. So this is what will be assigned to the combination of sales organization, distribution channel, division as well as document pricing procedure and customer pricing procedure. So now let us take our sales organization, which is nothing but B100, and the distribution channel is B1 and the division is B1. So for which I have assigned the pricing procedure as BFRW. So this is what is the free good pricing procedure. Okay. So now let me save this. And as you all know, if you would like to determine free goods and if you would like to give 100% discount to the free good material, then you have to configure R100 condition type in your pricing procedure. So you have to place the R100 condition type in your pricing procedure. So that's what let us see now. So I will go through the transaction B/0A to check our pricing procedure. So this is what is our pricing procedure, and if we go through the controls, here we can able to see R100 is the discount condition type which I have placed from step number 200 and the step number 200. So from 200 and 2 number also 200. And here I have given the requirement as 55 and the base type formula is 28. Okay. So now we have to go through the step number 4. So till now we have seen how we have configured the pre-good determination procedure. And now in the step number 4, we have to maintain the free good condition records. So now I will maintain free good condition records. So for which I will use the transaction VBN1. So this is what is the transaction I used to maintain the free good condition records. Okay. So now let me go through the transaction VBN1. So here we have to give our condition type or discount condition type. What exactly we have created. So in our case, we have created BFRE. This is what is the free good condition type. So now let me execute. And here, if you are watching this video at the first time, so I recommend you to go through the free good determination video, which is already available in our playlist. So I recommend you to go through that and you please come back here if you are doing it or if you are watching it the first time. So anyhow, let me go through exclusive here. So I would like to give the exclusive materials as the free good. What it means is, so if customer place an order for the material A, then the same material is not giving as the free good. So we are giving a different material as the free good. So for which now let me configure. So here if customer place an order for the material A for the quantity of 10. So for one bottle, so here material underscore B is the free good. Okay. Here minimum quantity is 10 to eligible for the free goods, and for 10 quantity 1 is the free good. Okay, and the free good material is material underscore B. So the same thing which I would like to configure for material C. So for the material C, we are giving material D as the free good. So now let me give one more material here, material E. So for which we are giving material F is the free good. So one bottle material underscore F is the free good, and material underscore X. So for which I will give material Y as the free good. Okay. So now I have created the condition records for free good condition type. So now let me try to create one sales order. So here order type is OR and the sales area is B100, B1 and B1. And now let me give our customer nothing but the sold to party, and here material. See, if we give material A, see, now the system is displaying that minimum quantity 10 bottles of the free goods has not been reached. So what it means is, if you place an order at least for the quantity of 10, then only that material will be eligible to give the free goods. So I have changed the quantity to 10, and for the material A, we can see that material B is the free good. So the quantity of the material B here is 1. And if you go through the conditions here, you can able to see the net value is 0 and the tax is also 0, because for this 100 R100 condition type. So here R100 condition type is nullifying the value and which is making the value as 0. So here the customer need not to pay anything to the material, nothing but the free good material here. And for main material, the customer has to pay. So this is what is the amount the customer has to pay. Okay. And now let me see it for the material C. So for the material C, D is the free good. So if you go here you can able to see 50%, 50% of the discount only given to the customer. Here it's not the 100%, only 50% discount has been given. But for the material B, we have given 100% discount. And for the material D here, we are giving only 50% discount. And this is what exactly the requirement from the business. Okay. So here, for which I have configured a new condition type, nothing but R50. I will tell you how can we do this. But before that, let me execute other scenarios also. So here material underscore E. So quantity is 10. So for which material F is the free good. So here 100% discount is getting applied. And if we give material underscore X worth 10 quantity, then material Y is the free good, and here 50% discount has to be applicable. But here in this case 100% got applied. So now let me tell you how can we configure the 50% discount. So for which what I will do is I will create one condition table. This condition table consists of the field sales organization as well as the material. So here let me take sales organization. In the same way, material is the second field. So for both these fields, I am just generating the table. So now let me give the package here. So here the table number 515. This is what is going to be created, and this is what was generated already. We have already created the condition table. That's nothing but 515. So now let us place it in our access sequence. So for which I use the transaction v/07, and here I will create one new access sequence, that is nothing but R050. So this is what is for 50% discount. So now let me go through this one and let me go through the access here, and here we have to place our condition table which we have created now. So that's nothing but 515. So which consists of sales organization as well as material. So now let me select it and go through the fields. So we have released the fields also, and now let me save it. So now we have created the access sequence. Then the next step is we have to create the condition type. So for which I will use the transaction v/06, and here I will take one of the discount condition type. Let us take K005 for example here, and let me create a new one, that's nothing but R050. Okay, and here you have to give our access sequence R050. But here the system is showing that an entry already exists with the same key because I already have created that. So now let me go through that. So that's nothing but R050. And see, if you go inside this, here you can able to see our access sequence is R050 and our condition type is also R050. And here if we go through the controls, here you can able to see the condition class is either discount or surcharge A, and the calculation type is percentage one because we would like to give 50% as the discount, right? So that's why I have taken the calculation type as percentage, and here plus or minus, this is the negative value because this is what is the discount which has to be deducted from the outstanding or deducted from the condition value. So that's why only I have given here as the value negative. And if we see here the scale basis, this is what is the value scale. Okay, so I have given here as the value scale. Now I would like to save it. So here the condition type R050 got saved, and now we have to place it in our pricing procedure. So now let me go through our pricing procedure. So here this is what is our pricing procedure, and now let me go through the control. And here if we can see R050 is the condition type which I have placed after the R100 condition type. So here I have placed the R100 condition type in the step number 280, and I have given from value as 200 as well as to value also 200. And here the requirement is 55 and the base type of formula is 28. So this is what I have given for the R100 condition type. So now in the step number 281, I have placed R050. This is what is nothing but the 50% discount condition type which I have created, and this is what will be calculated on step number 280. So here from also 280 and the 2 number is also 280. So what it means is this condition type will calculate on R100 because in the step number 280 R100 condition type is available. So okay, so I think you are clear with it. Now let me save it and let me go back to create the condition records. So here we have already created the discount condition type, that's nothing but R050. So for which I would like to maintain the condition record. So now let us go through maintain the condition records for the condition type R050. So for which I will go through the transaction week 11, and here the condition type is R050, and here I will place the materials for which we would like to give 50% discount. So here let me give the material B. Sorry, let me give the material D. So if material C is ordered, then material D is the free good, right? So for which I will give 50% discount. In the same way, material Y. So for which also 50% discount. So I have configured it. So we have created the condition records also, and now see, now let us create the sales order where we can check how the discount conditions are. So now let me go through the transaction VA01, and here let me give sold to party, and let me give our material A, and here the quantity is 10. So if we give the material A, B is the free good, and for which 100% discount is getting applied, and here we can see the net value is 0. And now let me give material C, and here the quantity is 10. So for which material D is the free good, and if we go through the conditions here, here also we can see that R100 condition type got applied. But here we have given one more condition type which is nothing but R050. So this condition type will calculate on step number 280. So in step number 280 we can see R100 condition type is there. So here what's happening is R100 condition type which is nullifying the value of the condition type. So here 100% discount. So this is what is nothing but the minus. Now we have given one more condition type which is nothing but R050. This is what is also minus. So minus into minus is equal to plus. So what's happening here? So 50% is charging for the customer. So that's what is happening here. So through this way we can achieve the requirement. I will also tell you one more way in which also, through which also we can able to give the solution to this. So before that, let me check other two scenarios also. So those are nothing but material underscore E. So for which the ordered quantity is 10, and here we can see the discount is 100%. And for material Y, let us see material X is ordered with the quantity of 10, and here material Y is the free good, and here we can see that for material Y 50% discount which is getting calculated on R100. So now the value became plus, and here the customer has to pay 50%, and here the customer also has to pay the tax. And if it is the requirement that the tax should not get paid, then for which also I have created one scenario and I have uploaded in the real-time scenarios playlist. So I think you can go through that. Now we have gone through one way. This is one way of giving the solution for means R050, nothing but the 50% discount on free goods. So now I will give you one more scenario. Mostly this is what is the scenario which will be applicable in real-time systems. So let me tell you what exactly the scenario is and how can we achieve this. So for which the business will follow exclusion groups. So now let me go through SPRO, and here let me go through sales and distribution, and here basic functions, and here we have to go through exclusion groups. So here pricing and condition exclusion. So here we have to go through the first one, condition exclusion for group of conditions. And now let me execute this and let me define the condition exclusion group. So here I will create a new group that is nothing but B100 for 50% discount. Okay, so here I have created a new group B100, and now let me go through the second step here. Assign condition types to the exclusion group. So here as we have created B100 for which I will assign the condition type. So what exactly that condition types in which we would like to give the condition exclusion. So here R100 is one condition type and R050. This is what is our second condition type. So I am giving these two condition types to the exclusion group B100. So now let me save it. and here maintain condition exclusion for pricing procedure. So here this is what is our pricing procedure. So we are maintaining this for the pricing procedure B10000. So now let me click on exclusion here, and here let me go through the new entries and let me give some step number, and here let me give the exclusion group as B100. This is what is the exclusion group which we have created, and we have placed two condition types R100 as well as R050 in the group B100. So now here what we can do is we can give the condition exclusion, what exactly the procedure which we have to give. So here let me take least favorable between condition types. So now let me select it and let me save it. So I will tell you what exactly will happen if we give L as the condition exclusion procedure here. See, we have created the condition exclusion groups, and we have placed our condition types also, and we have assigned it to our pricing procedure, right? So that's what we have done. Now let me go through our pricing procedure. Here see, this is what is our pricing procedure, and let me go through the control. And here if we are using the condition exclusion groups in order to give 50% discount for the free goods, then for the condition type R050 you have to give the step number as 200. If you are not using the condition exclusion groups concept, then here you will use the step number as 280, which means the R050 will get calculated on 280. But here in this case what we are doing is, if R100 condition type is, see, what we are doing here is, if a material is eligible for R100 condition type as well as R050 condition type, then what we are doing here is we are taking the least one. So in this case R050 will get determined. So what we have to do here is we have to calculate both these condition types on step number 200, because here on step number 200 we have the net value. Okay, so now let me save it and let me create the sales order. So here let me give our customer, and here let me give the material. So here I am giving the material A, and here the free good is B. So if you go through this, you can able to see 100% discount. And if you give the material here as C, and here the quantity is 10, then material D is the free good. And if you go through the conditions, here both R100 condition type as well as R050 condition type, these both condition types got determined, but system has made R100 condition type inactive as R050 is there, and we have given condition exclusion procedure as L. So what's happening here is the condition exclusion procedure L, which is giving the preference to the least favorable condition. That's nothing but R050 here. So I hope you are clear with it. And now let me check the same thing for the another material. That's nothing but material underscore X. So for which Y is the free good, and the same thing is happening here. See, 100% discount condition type got determined, as well as 50% discount condition type also got determined. But R100 condition type which gone into inactive, and R050 is only the condition type active here. That is the reason the customer has to pay 50% of the net value. So here he need not to pay 100, he has to pay only 50, as well as he has to pay the tax amount. So through this way also we can able to achieve the requirement. But one thing I would like to tell you here is, so if you are configuring through condition exclusion concept, then you should place the R050 condition type and you have to give the step number as net value. If you give the step number as 280, for example, so here on step number 280 we can able to see R100 condition type, right? So if you give the step number as 280, so now let us check what will happen. See, let me give the sold to party and here material A, so for which the quantity is 10. So no change will be applicable for the material B because we haven't maintained it for R050. So now let me give material C. So here the quantity is 10 and D is the free good. And if you go here, see, R100 condition type got determined. R050 also got determined. As we have given the condition exclusion where the procedure L is making R100 condition type as inactive. But here if you notice, here the customer has to pay 100 rupees, nothing but the full amount. Here no discount is getting applied to the customer. Here 50% discount is not getting applied because here R050 is getting calculated on R100. So here we are not giving any discount to the customer. Here the full amount the customer has to pay. That is the reason if you are using the condition exclusion groups concept in order to give 50% discount to the free good, then you have to calculate this R050 on net value rather than the R100 condition. And if you are not using the condition exclusion concept and if you would like to use only the condition types R050 as well as R100, then at that time the R050 has to be get calculated on the R100 condition type, not on the net value. So I hope you are clear with it, and if you have any queries, please send me the screenshot as well as the query what you are having in the dedicated Telegram channel or else in the dedicated WhatsApp group. I can give you the reply as soon as possible. So hope you are clear. Thank you. Have a nice day.